For many people closely following Gabby's case, it stirs up a lot of emotions, even anger at the silence from Brian Laundrie and his family. Hasib Hussein is a criminal defense attorney at Hasib Legal LLC, and he is joining us here in studio tonight. I'm going to ask you to defend what some say is the indefensible right now in terms of Brian Laundrie. If he is your client, would you have told him to hide?
Thanks, Marnie. Obviously, as a criminal defense attorney, our job and our duty is to our clients. I would never advise anybody to hide because that's evidence of your guilt. Staying silent, it's not evidence of your guilt, but you going into hiding, that's a bad look. It's a very bad look.
So what are his rights right now as a person of interest, not a suspect in this case? As his attorney, what would they be telling him?
You have the right to remain silent, and it looks like that's the advice he's been getting. He's been silent. His attorney, or I don't know who advised him to run, or go into hiding, or just disappear off the map, that's bad advice.
As you're watching this case unfold and the investigation and the search in Florida and the autopsy results in Wyoming, as a defense attorney, what stands out to you?
I mean, the worst part is now there's evidence that he's in Florida. Somebody we just saw now, a witness said that they saw him get in a camper with his parents and go to that reserve, or not really go to the reserve, but he was seen in Florida. As we see TikTok news come out, people come on TikTok and say that they encountered him. Some people saw the van. It's all coming together, and the story's being corroborated.
So Brian Laundrie, anything that he shared with his attorney is protected under attorney-client privilege. How about anything that the parents have shared with the attorney? Is that protected?
There's no privilege when it comes to a parents. What they communicated with their son, that's not protected. What they communicated with his attorney, that's not protected. Unless the client is him and the attorney is their attorney, then it's not protected.
So is Brian Laundrie's attorney obligated to share with authorities what the parents have told him?
There's no obligation. That's part of the investigation. That's part of his client's information. It's confidential.
Based on what we know so far, which is very little, especially in terms of Brian's involvement in any of this, would you be preparing a defense for him as he is still missing, just in case?
If I was his attorney, I probably wouldn't take this case. But to prepare a defense, my mind would go look at what are all the possibilities. They went on a road trip. He came back, she didn't. What are all the things that could have happened to her on the way back? Did he leave her somewhere? That's not murder. That's where my mind would go.
Innocent until proven guilty, but in the public court of opinion, this case seems closed for a lot of people, yet we still don't know where Brian Laundrie is tonight. Hasib Hussein, thank you for your insight. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Marnie.
Good to have you. All right, so much has unfolded over the last several weeks, and this case has gripped the nation's attention. What did happen to Gabby Petito, and where is Brian Laundrie tonight, and what does he know? Tomorrow night, join us for a special edition of NewsNation Prime, digging into this case with our correspondent, Brian Enton. We're going to be answering your questions, you at home, the viewers, with special guests, including NewsNation host Ashley Banfield. Make sure to tune in for that 1-hour special report right here on NewsNation Prime. That is tomorrow night.